There's plenty to see, there's plenty to do in Miss Caroline's cupboard.
Hi girls, welcome to your maths lesson. So in today's lesson, we're going to be looking at the angles of a triangle. So yesterday, we remembered some of the types of triangles. Well, today we're going to be talking about the angles of a triangle. First bit of very important information, look at the screen. All the internal angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So if we added all of those angles up, we've got 3 angles on a triangle, if we add them all together, they're always going to make 180. That is a very important bit of information. 180 is your lucky number. That's the number we are trying to make when we're adding up the angles of a triangle. Okay, so that's going to help us if we have a missing angle to find out what it is. Shall we have a go together? Okay, let's do it. This is our equilateral triangle. Do you remember this one? It's got 3 equal sides and 3 equal angles. Yeah? I thought you did. Right then, let's have a go at trying to find one of our missing angles. So, I want you to imagine that this angle is 60 degrees. We need to find out what this one is down here. Now, what do we know about an equilateral angle? Equilateral triangles, angles. They're 3, the same, aren't they? So we know that this angle is also going to be 60. And we can test out our rule of 180 by adding these 60s together. So 60 plus 60 plus 60 is, what's 6 plus 6 plus 6? 6, 12, 18. Add the 0, 180. So 180 degrees, it works, doesn't it? Fantastic. So if it's an equilateral triangle and one of our angles is missing, we know it's always going to be as 60. Always. Let's have a look at another kind of triangle. Isosceles, what do we know about this? Well, it's got 2 sides the same length and those 2 angles down the bottom are the same. We have to keep that in our mind. They are going to be the same as each other. That's going to help us. So, let's see. If this one is 70 degrees, then what is the other one going to be? What's that x going to be? It's isosceles. So what's it going to be? It's going to be 70 as well. So if we know now that that one is a 70 as well, we can try and find out what that top angle is. What is A worth? What have they all got to add up to? 180. They've all got to add up to 180. So let's put our 70 down there so we know we've got 70 degrees, 70 degrees. We need to find out what A is. What could we do? It's got to make 180 altogether. We can add it up. 70 plus 70, what does that make? 7 plus 7, 14 plus 0. 140. We've got 180 minus 140 is what? It's 40. So we know that our last angle, angle A, equals 40 degrees. So 70 plus 70 plus 40 would give us 180 degrees. Always has to make 180 degrees for the inside of the triangle. With me so far, girls? 70 plus 70 plus 40 is 180 degrees. Okay, let's try another one. Get rid of these numbers. You can try this on a piece of paper if you need to, okay? I'm going to change it up a little bit this time for you, okay? So, what I'll do this time is we'll say this top angle here is 20 degrees. What have they all got to add up to? 180. So how can I work this out? I'll start off with my 180 and I'll take away 20 because I know that that's what that top angle is. So I know I've got 160 left over and I've got to split that 160 between 2 angles that I know are the same as each other. So x plus x is 160. What can I do? How can I work out what 160 is? Divided by 2. What's 16 divided by 2? 8. Add on the 0. 80. So we know that our two bottom angles are 80 on the left and 80 on the right. Well done, girls. So if you see an isosceles triangle, you know that those two angles are the same. Okay, let's have a look at a right-angled triangle. Right-angled. What do we know about these angles already that's going to help us a lot? We already know something, don't we? Okay, let's have a look. We've got 40 degrees here. What's that one in the corner? Can you see it? What's that one? We already know what that is. That one is 90 degrees, right. Now these three angles add up to 180. So if we take 90, add on the 40, what do we get? 130. So we've got 130 so far. We've got to take 180 and take away that 130, and it's going to give us our missing angle. So 180 minus 130 is 50, which means our angle is 50 degrees. Yay! We figured that one out because we knew that 90 degrees is on a right angle. So 50 plus 90 plus 40 should equal 180, and it does. So can you see our magic number for today's lesson? It has to equal 180 for it to be right. Well done. Hey, we're doing really well on this, aren't we? Have we got, here's this triangle, this scalene. This scalene with its three different sides and its three different angles. All right then, let's give this one a go. Okay, let's say we need to make 180, we know that. And let's look at the angles that we already know. So this angle is 25 degrees. Okay, how about another one? This angle is 100 degrees. And this one we don't know. Okay, so what can we do? We're going to have to add together something and something. What are we going to add? 100 plus 25 is 125. Now what have I got to do with that? I've got to minus it, subtract it from 180. 180 minus 125 is, you can do this addition on a piece of paper if you need to, 55. So we know our missing angle is 55. Fantastic. I don't like you scalene, but you made it nice and easy for me. So let's test it. 100 plus 25 plus 55 should equal 180. We've got the 50 and the 20, 70 plus the 5, 80, 100 plus 80, 180. We got it! Fantastic. Okay, so that is how we use our knowledge of triangles to find our missing angles. Right then, girls. So your tests today, you have got to find our missing angles. So you can see the first one there. You've got 23 degrees, 82 degrees, and that one is missing. So A. What does it have to equal? 82 plus 23 plus A equals what? 180. So we're going to have to add 82 and 23 together and then subtract that from 180 and it will give us our answer. There's a little box there you can do your working in as well. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 are all very similar to each other, okay? Number 5, look at that triangle. Do you recognise that? That is an isosceles. So we know we've got 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles right at the bottom. So we know if that one's 41, what's the other angle going to be on the right? And then we can use those pieces of information to find out what E is at the top. Okay, the one underneath that, another isosceles, which means the 2 angles at the bottom are the same. So we have 180, we're going to have to take away that 48 and then split the answer between 2 to find out what F is. Okay, and then we've got, can you see, we've got a right angle triangle there. We know what a right angle triangle has in it, and 90, that's going to definitely help us. Another right angle triangle, and then at the bottom there's a challenge one. Can you see that last one? So we've got there a special triangle. Can you see it? It's got the little lines on it. So what kind of triangle is it? An equilateral, which means each angle is, you know this, I'm not going to tell you, but you know they're all the same. So you can use that to try to help you find out what the other angle is. Look at that top angle on that equilateral triangle, if you carried that line all the way around, it would make a right angle, wouldn't it? So you could take the degrees of the equilateral triangle, minus it from a right angle, and that would give you one of those other angles. That's a challenge though. See if you can get that one by yourself, okay? Alright girls, if you have any questions, let me know. Tell me your answers. Tell me how many you got right. You can send it to me on a message on Dojo, and I will give you feedback. If you have any questions along the way, please let me know. Good luck girls. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.